In the past 3 weeks, there have been three incidents of alleged terror plots. One, a blast in a moving car that rocked Delhi's Red Fort area, killing 12 persons. On the same day, in the morning, almost 3,000 kilograms of explosives was unearthed by the Jammu and Kashmir police at Faridabad. And a little before that, 2 days before that, the Gujarat Anti-Terrorism Squad made three arrests involving an alleged terror plot across the country using a lethal poison, ricin. I am standing in front of the Gujarat ATS office where I spent most of this morning trying to understand what this plot involving ricin is. The Gujarat Anti-Terrorism Squad arrested a Hyderabad-based doctor, Ahmed Mohiuddin Syed, on 7th November based on a confidential tip-off. Basis information received from him from his mobile phone, the Gujarat police made two more arrests the following day of two persons hailing from Uttar Pradesh, Azad Suleiman Sheikh and Mohammad Suhail Khan. The Gujarat Anti-Terrorism Squad is still trying to ascertain exactly how pure and therefore how lethal the ricin that this Hyderabad-based doctor was trying to make was exactly, and exactly what purpose he was making the ricin for. A source closely involved in the investigation told me this morning that Ahmed Mohiuddin Syed, a 35-year-old doctor from Hyderabad, was found to be running a ricin lab in his house and a restaurant owned by him in Hyderabad. He had not completed the process of making the poison. The source said they tried to make something, but the Gujarat ATS currently has several questions. First, how pure was it, which will determine exactly how lethal it was. Then there are still no details on how they plan to exactly use the ricin. They had started the process and the Gujarat ATS has given samples to forensics to understand this entire process a little better. Their process, however, of going about making ricin seemed to be perfect, the Gujarat ATS sources say. While the end use of ricin is still not known, the accused had done a recce of three locations. One, Azadpur Mandi in Delhi, then Naroda in Ahmedabad, which is about an hour away from where I am currently in Ahmedabad, and the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh's office in Lucknow. The Gujarat ATS arrested Syed based on a confidential tip-off, intercepting him at Adalaj in a silver Ford Fiago car. The ATS also confiscated two Glock pistols, one Beretta pistol, 30 live cartridges and about 4 litres of castor oil in a 10-litre plastic container from Syed. Subsequently, the Gujarat ATS arrested Sheikh and Khan near Banaskantha in Gujarat. Sheikh hails from Shamli in Uttar Pradesh and Khan hails from Lakhimpur Kheri district in Uttar Pradesh. Gujarat ATS officials say that this is perhaps the first brush for any law enforcement agency in India with ricin. However, the group that the three accused were supposed to be working for, which is the ISKP, the Islamic State Khorasan province, is known for brewing homemade weapons, and poisons such as ricin are commonplace in their literature. Gujarat ATS officials, however, say that what happened in Delhi in the Red Fort area and the ricin case seem to be two separate modules planned across India, and prima facie there doesn't seem to be any link between the ricin case with the Delhi blasts. The ATS has the custody of the three accused till 17 November, till when it will try and find more answers about this particular case. Now let's talk about exactly how this case unfolded. As per sources in the Gujarat ATS, Syed, who got his MBBS degree from China, appeared to be from a very middle class background. He used to live in a rented 3-bedroom apartment in Hyderabad, and he owned a small modest restaurant with about 2 or 3 employees in Hyderabad. He was found to be actively involved with ISKP on social media, especially over the past 2 years, and had allegedly turned his home and restaurant into a laboratory. Officials say that he had begun the necessary research, procured equipment, raw materials, and also initiated the initial chemical processing required for the preparation of ricin. He arrived in Ahmedabad on 6th November and he was staying at a hotel opposite the popular Lucky restaurant in the Lal Darwaza area of Ahmedabad. A hotel employee who did not wish to identify himself confirmed that he did spend one night at the hotel, but said that they did not know anything else about him. Syed is said to have picked up weapons from a deserted location near Kalol in Gujarat. A man named Abu Khadija, a resident of Afghanistan, is said to be his handler in the ISKP, ATS sources said. Syed was also supposedly in contact with some persons from Pakistan. As per the Gujarat ATS, Syed and the two other accused from Uttar Pradesh did not really have a direct link or connection between themselves. There was also no connection with Gujarat particularly, other than the fact that it seemed to be a convenient place for both the parties from north and south to exchange weapons. The bag of weapons was the only thing found to be linking Syed, the doctor, and the two other accused from Uttar Pradesh. As per ATS sources, Sheikh and Khan from Uttar Pradesh seem from more modest backgrounds than Syed. Both were madrasa educated and did odd jobs, the ATS sources said. Sources also say that it was these two who did the recce of places in Delhi, Ahmedabad and Lucknow, and they also obtained weapons from Hanumangarh in Rajasthan. During interrogation, they said that their handler often sends arms consignments via drones across the Pakistan border. Data, mobile phone details, contact numbers and location information found on Syed's phone led the ATS eventually to Sheikh and Khan. They searched several vehicles on the way near Banaskantha towards Rajasthan before they intercepted the two, sources said. That's all I have for you for now. I am Mansi Phadke from The Print signing off.